Hello, it's Tommy. Hello, Outro. Hello, Joss. Hello, Soko. Hello, Mochi Feast. Hello, Memorable. Hello, Erkin Steel. Hello, Yada Pokemon Sleep. Hello, Migog. Hello, Bell Eyes. Hello, Dan Panda. Hello, Setsuo. Hello, Head Pat Enjoyer. Hello, Appling Got Taken. Hello, Middle Merch. Hello, Fanny, Super Crow, Silver S, Laquan, and Yubu from YouTube chat. I know that you don't like this patch, but I think about it like this: having ancient relics similarly strong actually makes more meaningful decisions. Yeah, I know that's the more default way of thinking about it, like the more obvious way to think about it. And I don't think it's unreasonable to think about it that way. It's more about the variance. Like in Slay the Spire 1, when you play Act 1, you have to prepare for every possible scenario, like because there's so much variance in all the different options, right? Like you see the boss relic and it can be really, really bad or it can be very, very strong. And buffing all the boss relics to be similarly strong while keeping overpowered boss relics in the game kind of just decreases that variance, so you don't have to prepare for things. You can just reliably get bailed out, basically. You can say, oh, I just have to make it to the boss relic. I will always get strong. You know, in Spire 1, you had to prepare for the situation where the boss relic doesn't bail you out. Or sometimes you had to, like, try to force the boss relic to bail you out. But in this game, you just can rely on that. You can say the boss relic will bail me out. I will always be fine after I see the boss relic because it's always going to make me this much stronger because everything is strong. You know, that's the way I think about it. So you don't have to prepare for that. So you can play Act 1 and make a lot of mistakes and you don't get punished for it. That's the issue that I have. If every boss relic is strong, you just don't get punished for making mistakes in the game. Because you can't get like some low roll. Like I like it when low rolls can happen on every floor. Like you can walk into an event node, bad things can happen. You can walk to a fight, bad things can happen. Elites, bad things can happen. Boss, bad things can happen. You know, you see a relic and it can be bad. You see a shop and it can be bad. I like when there's like all these potential low roll situations. Like you can high roll on any floor and you can low roll on any floor. But when the boss relics become you always high roll, like the average case is just good always, then you can rely on that in your gameplay. So you don't have to like play very precisely and you still win. That's kind of what it does. It's bad that we can see the act before picking the boss relic. I mean, it's different. It's not necessarily bad or worse, or it's not necessarily better or worse. It's just different. Obviously, it makes the player stronger to be able to see the boss relic or be able to see the map. But I do understand the perspective that when you see the boss relic, you like to like be able to think all three options are pickable. But in my opinion, that's more of an issue of like the other relics being too strong, so you're never forced to pick the old Toasty Mittens because you could always just pick the other options because they're just good. That's the actual problem, not that Toasty Mittens is too weak. And when you buff Toasty Mittens to be on the level of the other things, it makes the options more boring because everything wins equally. And you can never get unlucky. Clone is unpickable if you can't see the act, yeah. Like you can't, in this game, you can't really have it to where you can't see the act because of how some of the boss relics work. Like the stuff that gives you campfire options. You need to be able to see how many fires you get, or you just can't pick those things. Because sometimes you're forced into like a one fire path or whatever. Thank you, Cookster, for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yapping stream or a gaming stream? Well, hopefully both. Hopefully both. Yapping and gaming. Deep strategy games are all about dealing with variance and contingency. Yeah, I agree with that. That's my opinion. Like the depth of Spire 1 came from having to deal with the variance. Like looking at the heart fight and being like, I have to survive if it does the big hit on turn 2 or the multi-hit on turn 2. I have to be able to handle both situations. Like that's what made Spire 1 good. And this game kind of like steers away from that variance. It just says everything, all the patterns are the same, all the boss relics are strong, all the relics are strong. You know, like it tries to smooth out the variance across the whole thing because people get annoyed at randomness. And that to me is very bad. That's always what I've said. That is not good, in my opinion, for like the depth of the game. It's the RNG based attack patterns. Yeah, I like RNG based attack patterns because they make it to where you have to prepare for multiple different scenarios. Like basically you have to be strong enough to deal with one scenario or the other when there's two options, right? Or when there's three options, you have to be able to deal with all three options. But when there's only one option, you only have to be strong enough to deal with that one option. So it just decreases the depth of the game. You don't have to be prepared for so many different options. And that's kind of just what this game is like, you know, you're going to get a certain amount of power from the boss relic at end of Act 2 and 3. Like sometimes, yeah, you can get like less powerful things, but you know, like the average amount of power, the expected amount of power is very high. Like a dangerous Gremlin Leader fight. Like it does lead to situations where you get lucky and you win fights that you feel like you shouldn't have won. Or you get situations where you feel like you should have won almost every time and you got really unlucky with the pattern and so you lost. And that can be frustrating, and I understand that. But like if you played better, like that's always what it did, is like when Nemesis burn 45, burn 45, burn 45 and kills me in Spire 1, I'm like, I could have done these things in the run to prepare for that specific situation. But when that option doesn't exist, like when the low roll isn't there, you don't have to prepare for everything. You just play for the average case because everything is the average case. Like you're always fighting the same enemies every time. That's the problem. Alternate acts, yeah. I mean, they could try to make alternate acts the way to simulate this kind of variance. Like you have to be prepared for alternate act 2 or alternate act, like both alternate act 2s, right? Like you have to prepare for the Hive and the Gremlin act. And like there's different fights. And in Act 1, you have to be prepared for both of those things. And that's the way they can kind of simulate that variance in fights while like not having variance in fights. That could be what their intention is. I don't know. We'll see. But like as the game, I can only talk about what the game is in its current state. Like I don't really like to speculate on like what the developers are trying to do or what they will succeed or fail doing in the future. Like I don't know. They could release all the extra content in the game and the game's perfect. Or they could release it all and the problems only amplify. Like the act 2, alternate act 2s only make the problems of the game worse. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. So, I can only like talk about the game as it is right now. That's the only useful thing I can do. And right now, that's a big problem in the game, is like the lack of variance. I hope they address it in some way, whatever way they can address it in the best way possible. I hope they figure it out, because I think it's a big problem that will lead to the game being less deep in the future, and like the flowcharts will just become so sophisticated that you'll never lose. That's my current feeling of the game, is that if my flowcharts are like extremely sophisticated, I can win basically every single run that I play without even thinking all that much. Just because the flowcharts are so strong in this game particularly. Like they're strong in Spire 1 too, but they're really strong in this game because there's just no like low roll potential. So like if the average case, if you can play the average case well enough, then the average case happens like way more often than it does in Spire 1. Like there's not as many like higher or lower ends. Like the variance is much like it's shrunk in this game. You're playing the average way more often than you are in Spire 1. Like in Spire 1, there was like big low rolls, like gigantic, terrible acts that you play, and gigantic high rolls. This game, like you're kind of always in the middle. Like the variance has been like reduced. So if that average wins, if your flowchart is so good that you win the average run every single time, then you will basically always win. That's kind of the way I think about it. So I think once I figure out the flowcharts, I will just win every time. Anyway. Also limit variance of fights by stopping you generating certain cards. I mean, the reason they stop you generating certain cards is because they don't want to get rid of their metascaling. And then they have duplicate effects, and then they have metascaling, and they kind of have to make it to where you can't generate duplicate effects, or you have incentive to wait around in fights to duplicate your metascaling. I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. Like, I understand the people who say, I hate not being able to generate this card, it's kind of annoying, like, I should be able to generate whatever card exists. Like, I get that mindset, but like, it should, I think it's worth it, is my point. I think it's worth it to just remove those cards from the generator pool. We'll all get used to it at some point, and we don't have to deal with stalling for the entire game's lifespan. I just think it's worth it. Get that true flowchart, you're just that good. Well, I think the game should be more than just a flowchart. Like that's like Spire 1, I was able to win pretty consistently. Like a lot of my runs in my 30 streak were from a flowchart, and flowcharts are fun to optimize. But this game, you can like design a flowchart that's very simplistic and just kind of play off of that, because the average case happens almost every run. I just think there should be more variance. That's my opinion. That's all it is. I just like variance in my strategy games. I think it's good. The Regent. Take a file holster. Kind of weird. That's why we're picking Kaleidoscope. I've been disappointed with Kaleidoscope recently. I just like want one block card from this. Genuinely, if I see a block card from Kaleidoscope, I'm happy with my Kaleidoscope. But you don't always see a block card. This is the problem. I think there should be more dead relics like Darkstone, unironically. I mean, I agree with that. I understand why people don't agree with that, but for me personally, I think being able to low roll on any given node is a very big deal, like for balance. Being able to just walk into this elite, fight it, and then get nothing is like a good thing. But I understand why people don't agree with that opinion. Yeah, I get it. Do not pick Crucible. I mean, if I pick Crucible, it's on region and like very specific kinds of acts. This is not the kind of act I'd pick Crucible in, though. And it's not going to really outperform File Holster. I think that what turns people off is they think variance equals random act. Yeah, less skill expression. Yeah, but variance actually leads to more skill expression. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly the point. And you kind of wish for alternate acts that they introduce. I hope there's some gremlin enemies. That's all I'm really hoping for. Hope there's some very cool gremlin guys. Of the knob variety? Potentially of the knob variety. Could get a knobber involved. I'll limit how much I want laurels to be a thing. I mean, yeah. I just want my decisions to matter. That's all. Very hard mechanic get reworked in real time because someone pointed out there were non-interactive losses. I think some people see things they think are non-interactive losses, but in reality they're just really complicated, and I like that complexity. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Yeah, too many cards to deck before Insatiable. Yeah, Insatiable is a good example. Like, people play Insatiable and think that they couldn't have done anything. It was just draw out or RNG that made them lose. But in reality, it was just a complicated problem that they had to solve. That's a good example of, like, something people might think is not interactive, but it's actually very interactive. In a good way. Status cards. Yeah, but you can do like potion preparation and stuff. But, you know, it's fine to do whatever. Wow, these are like the cards, you know. Those are the cards that I was looking for. I'm kind of not happy that I went to so many Hawaii fights now, because those are the cards. Quasar's a really nice card. Good Quasar. I don't want to go to 4 elites, I don't think. I mean, I could try, but... seems like a little bit odd. I don't hate going to the shop, but I also don't love going to the shop. It's mostly like the AoE fight that's a problem. The Frog Parasite. The other fights I can like reflect Heart of Iron type of thing. Stabilize quickly. I'll just take the path that wins. Weak potion this guy, but... fuck. Rush under, be gone. Just take be gone. Be gone's very, very solid in decks like this. Equilibrium. I just have a pyramid at that point. You have block. You have block on the regent. It's like usually pretty good. Right, not too bad. Do I want access to the blade? I'd like to access the blade at some point. For the boss. To have like an attack to retain. Not my favorite card to access the blade. It's probably not a bad card to add. And defend here. I'll get away with it. One damage. What a nonsense. Not quite. Really? Worst possible draw. Well, can energy potion. Or flex potion. 10 plus 30. That will kill. I think I like doing that. Alright, gamble probably pretty good. My upgrades are really, really good here, so I might go right for an extra upgrade. The upgrade Royal Gamble, upgrade Quasar is like incredibly good. Take another upgrade here. You get like Rockmore plus. Draw my Royal Gamble next turn. That's good. The Gambit. Oh, just Entropy? There's not many statuses worse than Infection. Might not even play the Entropy, actually. An energy potion right now to play Entropy, Gather Light. Well, it saves a decent amount of HP. I mean, it naturally saves 7, and then it might save more. Glow is a very, very good card, and then we can like upgrade Glow. Upgrade Reflect. We have like enough Stargen that we can kind of upgrade Reflect. Not too much damage to take or anything. Push this we can't really. I mean, we can maybe... It's okay. Yeah, not really. Yeah, reflect uprate's pretty good. Grackles. But I can play my Rotten War. I need to play that a couple times. Don't want to like scale up. Salvo. Even right here, I can just play the Rotten War. Just make the blade big. Not quite. Fight's over though. Bomba Joss Paper. It's like an engine. Bomba Joss Paper's like an engine, chat. Bomba Mins? Wait, that's crazy. Where's my Amid? Yeah, say I really want Choker in this deck. Would like some energy, but... Throwing it up. Is Throne better than just removing 2 cards? Removing 2 cards does look pretty good here. Does Bomba count towards Choker? Yeah, it does. Or at least it should. Count towards Scarf. Well, it should also count towards Scarf. Obviously. Scarf says from hand. Oh, well, then it shouldn't. Change my mind. Reading the text explains the text or whatever. Probably a good thing it says from hand too, so you can't like Distilled Chaos to activate Scarf or something. Or so you can't like waste your Scarf from Distilled Chaos. I mean, my star engine's already like pretty good here is the thing. And I have like a potion. 2 removed just means I play Reflect more. Playing Reflect is a pretty good thing. Not drawing Strike is a pretty good thing. My relics are bad. That's a fact. You need like an alignment or something. I can actually play my Bomba. We're not retaining this hand. But just kind of goes anyway. Not bad at this fight. I want a prowess. Purity Bomba. Wait a minute. You just Purity away the Bomba, and then we sit there. Purity draws a card with the Joss paper. It's kind of insane. Like pretty bad hand. I need a something. What is in my Quasar? That does not feel acceptable. Like taking this damage is definitely not acceptable. Yeah, I wouldn't have had it anyway. Such a bad draw order. I wouldn't have had it, right? Yeah. I could have played the Strike last turn and the Convergence, but then I have to take 16. I could have taken 16 to keep the card. Yeah, that doesn't happen most of the time. I had to draw very, very badly for that to happen. Can be alright, though. I think I can buy some potions. Get another remove and really start looping the reflect. I wonder if I'm meant to take this pillar. It's so stupid. Sticks with Royal Gamble. I can spend all my money to gain 9 stars to do something with that. I can do something with that, probably. My imagination. What I need is like resources. I don't have the resources to like get anything done. Well, I have no power. I have no powers. That's the problem with the deck is I have no powers. I can buy a power here. It's like a pretty good power too. It just doesn't do anything in the deck right now. Like it works off Be Gone, which is not really much. Not really saying a whole lot. Working off Be Gone. This fight is really bad. Okay, I'm really just not good at this fight. I need like a good reflect turn. This is a good reflect turn. I'm gonna need to be able to play the reflect again. I guess I'm not retaining that hand with that line. This is not gonna work. I'm so bad at this fight. That's a star potion to play the reflect again, probably. Maybe that was optimistic. Because it was thinking I was going to draw the reflect again. I just have like a 1-card deck, basically. I have a reflect, and then everything else in my deck is awful. Like, just doesn't do anything. Which is probably bad. The reflect's very good, though. This card's kind of good. Alright, Refined Blade's a way to gain energy. So we just have to like go upgrade heavy, rest heavy, and just hope that the decks magically get strong at some point. I can't rest there though. There's like no way. Oh my God, just the worst possible draw every fight. Wow. Impressive. Not dead. Not being dead is kind of like winning. Kind of. I don't think I'm allowed to take Astral Pulse. My deck's just like too far gone. Yeah, 2 elites right now. Maybe we can just get like a music box in Act 3 and then we just win. And I think I can kill this boss because I have the energy gen from the like I have the potions. It's gonna be pretty scrappy though. Should have played the Royal Gamble there. But it's fine. We'll be able to play this turn. Maybe next turn. Mid. It's the kind of thing the deck can do. This deck's just kind of good if I have a child. I don't have a child though. So I don't think I would describe this deck as particularly good. Grab 2 foul potions and try to like be rich in Act 3. I can be the strat. I can even get really greedy and try to grab 3 foul potions. It's incredibly greedy. I can keep my stars balanced, right? Grab 2. I need the help. I have Orichalcum in this fight. Okay, we sat there. Eventually it died. Zero cost weakness must be good, right? Kind of have a problem where like I need to upgrade conversions here, but I also need to rest. Like, I need both. It's a big issue. Like, I went to no fights and I had to rest every fight. That's bad. I don't know if you know this, but going to no fights but still having to rest every fight is a really bad sign for your run. Shovel those in. Those are my good cards. Yeah, we're probably dead. Like, maybe not. I can dump the blade right now. I can go Falling Star, Rotten War, Sovereign Blade. It's a lot of damage. Because it kind of has to die before the next big hit, right? If I glow here, we can technically draw the 1-cost Frantic Escape, but we can still play that next turn. We glow. Oh yeah, what if I draw Reflect? Then I just play Reflect and it dies. Cool. I killed the guy. Bomba build. Purity Away double Bombo. Then we have a draw engine with Joss Paper. That's a strategy. Then we get the music box. Why did I build such a bad deck? Who built this deck? Who forced me to play this deck? What's wrong with you? Why'd you do this? Oh, no Aeon Glass, Nanu Pipe. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I have enough 0-cost cards that, I mean, this card is just disgustingly overpowered. Broken, nonsense, ridiculous relic. Insane, oh, crazy. But yeah, no Aeon's a very welcome sight for this deck. We have a damage engine that does work against Queen and Test Subject, even if it's not the best. Balrog coming in with the 12th gifted sub. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Might die in like 3 floors here, but yeah. Gotta be optimistic. Wow. How much energy did that give me that turn? mysterious. D1. Big number. I mean, Cloak's a pretty good card. I could actually get upgrades like any moment. You have to deal like test subject phase 3. Test subject phase 3 is a big problem. You can like maybe build up a blade though. They have like Rotten War and Refined Blade. Like loop these cards a bit. The worst idea I've ever heard. Ouchie. No. I mean, I could try Radiate to like help solve the problems that I have, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel all that helpful. This clumsy is really bad. I'm gonna stick the gold. Heal to full. Guards. Guards accelerates me a lot. But it's kind of hard to get the cards in my hand. But it accelerates the, exhaust down, play, equilibrium, reflect every turn type of thing that I'm doing. That is the strategy. Can't say I'm happy that that's my strategy. But that's what I'm trying to do. This deck sucks. I don't want to play this deck anymore. Just kind of over it. I could just remove 150, 200. And that gives us the shop to heal 15 again. Which isn't a full heal, but it's like a heal. And we get 2 removes out of it, which is like another boss relic. Kinda. Bamba. Kinda just want to play that. We need, like, damage. Oh, crap. Walking next turn's, like, impossible. I need guards in my hand next turn. Yeah, it's like the last good card in my deck. Probably not a good card to draw this turn. This is a good card to draw this turn. Kinda playable. Yeah, look at the worst deck I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, yeah, kind of playable, kind of playable. Actually, just the worst deck ever. Like, it has a strategy, but it just has no relics, is the problem. So it can't, like, cheat at any point. It just plays fair the entire fight. Yeah, no relic, no powered deck. Exactly. It's not a compliment. How do I, like, not die next turn? Maybe there's a way, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Guards. Guard's not an unreasonable answer. HP, huh? Pretty much exactly what I was wanting to happen. For the enemy I was trying to kill to be left at 1 HP. Rather be gone. A bulwark. I guess we take a bulwark. And we rest. And then we go and we rest. I can't fight elites, right? I still don't have any relics or powers. This is such a weird run. It's so bizarre. We just have to like walk into the boss fights and hope that they like lose somehow. That's all I've got. We have to accept that we're playing the no good card deck and just hope it's somehow magically good enough. I can play defend instead, I guess. My HP is so unbelievably precious right now that I don't want to lose it. Guards away like all the other cards. Let me just block. You know, if we can get our deck to look something like this. Some real cope right there, getting our deck to look something like this, but if we can somehow pull this off against the bosses, like get to this state, this kind of beats them. Well, we have to play a lot of Refined Blades against the guy. But maybe we can do that somehow. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's like pretty good, but I don't have much faith that it's good enough. Beetlejuice maybe helps a little bit. Oh no, not the power guy. His deck can't handle the power guy. Oh no. This is kind of the worst kind of deck to have against the power guy because it has no powers in it. I only need the one Bomba. More glows. You know, I was sitting here, I was thinking, what is this deck lacking? And I thought maybe it's just glow. Like, we need more copies of glow. Well, I don't think we can fight an elite still. We instantly die to like all three of the elites, right? Am I insane to think that we don't instantly like die to all three of the elites? We at least take like 20, and I can't beat the bosses if I have like minus 20 HP unless I drop like a pantograph or something. Whatever. It's just time for misery. Gotta accept where we're at. We're just miserable. Just how it is. Yeah, get out of here, Bombas. This way. Get as many stars as possible, and then we start like glow chaining. This is so cool. I'm having such a good time with this deck right now. It's just so fun. Gamma Blast. You know, that does seem quite useful, actually. Duplicator. Like, what, to do a power in my deck? Do I have a power here that I want to duplicate? Like, it's probably better than this thing, right? And one block on all my block cards is kind of a big deal. Do Pumba work in the good way? I'm gonna leave that question to you. I'm gonna let you think about it. You can figure out if Duke Bomba works the good way. You just like read the text of the card. The answer is no. It doesn't make another copy of it. It just plays it twice. Well, we pretended like, you know, I worked really hard this run. I fought no elites. I did absolutely nothing. Please kill me. Like, don't let me win. Don't you dare. Don't you dare let me win. I'd be very upset. Just end it. So you're like guards away this. Play the Bomba. Draw a card. Play this to give the minion sacrifice. I did glow one time this turn. Just takes so long to exhaust down if I like don't get a big guards. Like purity away these three to draw a card and hopefully get something. It's not nothing. If I can take no more damage from here, which is maybe possible. It's like kind of close to being possible at least. I need to play Gamma Blast this turn. Or at least like retain the hand and full block. How do I block next turn though? I don't really have a good answer for that. Bad answers only. That is the worst card I could have drawn. Don't even keep that hand. Can you hit the target? Thank you. That'd be great if you could hit the target eventually. As if I just doesn't work, right? There's like a go into Bulwark again. I can play Gather Light Bulwark. I have to face next turn. Go 36 Blade. I think 35 HP with all 3 potions is still playable into the next fight. Any less, and I think it kind of stops being playable. But... I need to get the other Bomba down like on next turn. So I need to like retain this hand, play 5 cards next turn, and then do the Bomba. That has to be the line. I can Convergence into 15, but that isn't full block. It's okay. We need to get back into Convergence. I can't really not retain this hand, I don't think. But I also have to play this. Does 20. But I can't really spin the blade right now. So what, I have to play Gamma Blast here? That's not really acceptable. So I can't glow again. The Bomba has to come down. Like, I need that down before the queen is. So we just do the thing, right? Like no other line. Please draw the cards. I need the weakness. So it can't be gone. I mean, I want to keep Cloak of Stars, and I need to play Reflect and Bulwark and Gather Light this turn, which I can do. We just play like Gather Light, Bulwark, Reflect. Problem with that is next turn we don't draw like all that many cards. We do have weakness though. We have +1 draw. What's my blade say at this point? 65. Damage. Glow now. Reflect again is good. Get rid of Refine Blade. I need everything to line up perfectly. Either that or it just needs to be dead. I don't think it can ever be dead. Aside from maybe Dupe Pot Blade. Get rid of Gather Light with Be Gone now. Maybe I can kill it next turn. Do a Convergence. Blade. Blah blah. Do glow, Be Gone in the worst case. Okay. So I got to keep all my potions. I don't think the test subject fight is beatable, but we can be optimistic. We can be optimistic. This fight gives us like way more time than the test subject does. Test subject's like significantly faster. The fight. Yeah, I'm not dead yet. I'd really rather not get rid of the strike though, because we have to exhaust down now. So can I? We have to Dupe Pot this thingy. I can try playing this first, but like in reality, I should just do both the blades so I can convergence, right? There's a Bomba. I'd much rather making guards, I guess. So we can Purity away the Bomba. Thing is, I need to play my I don't know, is this just like winnable? Am I just winning? Are the enemies in this game just this incompetent? They can't like beat me doing whatever the hell I'm doing right now. That'd be kind of sad. Okay, we know we have guards. I'd like the guards next. Really, I'd like to Purity next turn as well. So what I can do is I can do like, or Purity next turn, guards a turn after. But like I can't retain 2 turns. I need a Bulwark. Is like kind of the crux of the issue. So what we can do, it just feels really weird to not glow. I need this phase 2 drag on a little while because I need my blade to say like 100 on it pretty quickly into the other test subject so that I can like apply Vuln and then just blom it pretty early into the phase because I can't deal with the curses. I'd like to save the Beetlejuice for that phase, but there's a decent chance I have to use it in this phase. That's the worst card I could have drawn. It's really bad. That's awful. That's really, really bad. I don't have weakness. I needed to draw one of the cards, right? Yeah, that's it. I needed one of the cards in my hand. Yeah, I can play Glow and hope that I draw one of the cards. Okay, I mean, this is one of the cards. You go 15, 10, and then throw the potion to try to keep the thing. We still have Bulwark and Refine, but the problem is, like, we're not building up the blade in that case. But kind of just has to be that way, right? Okay, we can... We're definitely playing Glow this turn. I need to play Reflect and Bulwark. With weakness. So we don't retain this hand, or what? But I need to also... There's so much I have to do. So much to do. So much that I have to accomplish to not lose miserably. Like, the blade cards kind of have to come down, right? Because, I need my blade to say a bigger number on it. It's not big enough. Not even close to big enough. It says 39. That's like, it needs to say like at least 80. I can play Bulwark this turn. Gone away Gatherlight because it's like the least efficient card in my hand. But then my like card plays have to be Bulwark and Reflect, which is really bad. But it does at least get me a card deeper into the deck. I mean, I can, instead of playing Begone, I can just play like Refined Blade, right? Maybe I just play Refined Blade. So we go Refined Blade, Gamma Blast, Reflect Bulwark. We need this. It's gonna die this turn. I can play 3 glows. I can be gone away this glow instead. Thing is, we need to retain this. We need to retain this hand. That's absolutely the case. It'd be nice if I could play a Refined Blade this turn. Get rid of Rotten War. Rotten War does a lot of damage, though. I just don't have the energy for it. And we need to reshuffle. Because we have to retain this hand to reflect next turn. We can't reflect this turn, or the fight's just over. The Blade must be played this turn, and then we have to shuffle into it. This damage needs to come down. And then we shuffle into it, play it again, and it dies. It dies. It's dead. I win. Haha, got him. I do win, though. It is over. I did cook the Spire. GG. The power of a mid. Yeah, this deck had nothing. This deck should not be winning. I have 0 powers and 0 relics. Like, none of my relics do anything. I mean, Jaws Paper was very good, but outside of Jaws Paper, basically nothing does anything. This is such a stupid boss relic, man. Stupid boss relic. 2 energy per turn at worst. It was like a good tuber video. Yeah, it could be like, I won with 10 relics. That's good clickbait. I won with 10 relics. What? Aeon would have sucked. Yeah, I die instantly to Aeon Glass. Yeah, 10 relics and no power. We kind of lower on file holster. It feels like it's just weird in my games. I mean, file holster was not the problem in this run. The problem in this run was that I didn't see like, or my deck became kind of awkward, and then I didn't get the greatest boss relic of all time. And then Act 2 kind of just fell apart very quickly, so I couldn't take a lead. That was the problem in this run. Not putting the run result in the YouTube title / thumbnails. I mean, I think most YouTube runs that are uploaded are just wins. So I think people expect when they click on a Slay the Spire run for it to be a win. Like, I uploaded 1 loss before, but it's like kind of a novelty to upload a loss. Yeah, like it's also just you don't have a density, like a very good density of losses. Like if I do lose in this game, usually it's like something like this where I'm just kind of stupid for like 5 seconds doing something funny. This isn't like a fun YouTube video. Like if I have a fun loss, I will upload it. I did that. You know, I had a good loss. It was like a 2-hour run. I uploaded that run. But most runs are wins, especially interesting runs. Right, let's play Necrobinder. That was funny though. I thought I was gonna lose that run for sure. not gonna lie to you. I was like feeling pretty comfortable with the idea of losing at that point, or at a lot of points in that run. I was like, all right, my deck sucks. It's done. It's over. But then I won because Aeon Glass didn't show up, and I got Nanu. Like literally one good thing happened that entire run. I got Nanu and no Aeon Glass, and that was just enough to win. It's like going down 5 Ascension levels or something. These are actually better than Paltas, I think. I'm like fairly convinced at this point that both of these are better than Paltas on Necrobinder. But I'm gonna click Paltas because fun. Ho 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 ho. Snecko build. Bury me. Oh, we get the Snecko berry, like the Snecko enchantment berry Slither. We farm over here for Slither. Slither farming. Oh god. Clearly because I removed a defend, obviously. That's the only reason that happened. Sweet. Invoke. Invoke feels like it's already very good. Defy. I click on Defy. Because it is very powerful. I'm dead? It's so unfair, man. Like, what is that? Why did I draw like this? What? It's very annoying. I might actually fire potion this turn, which is just horrendous. Maybe I don't have to. I can like do this. We don't take that much. We take way more than we ever should in this fight, but we don't take that much. Snap. Snap seems like I need that card. Wait a minute. Snap build. Hold on. What if we're cooking? Poke. So my squeeze can punch. We take a capture spirit so we can like set up our thingy. Kind of like that idea. Squeeze. Okay, squeeze. Also gonna have to fire potion here, I think. Oh, unless we top deck squeeze. Ho, Bone Brew Bellows. I don't mind that. And the Slither enchantment's coming soon. Really gotta upgrade my squeeze at some point. Let's just upgrade it. It makes it do like enough damage to one shot like this guy or something. Squeeze. Calcify. Graded uncommon skill or common attack. I mean, uncommon skill, how good is that? It's pretty good. Common attack's like pretty bad, so. Oh, ho, ho, ho. A beautiful delay. I don't know, was there to just play this? I don't think so. Blend. No Slither, but I don't like we avoid the fire. Do I just rest here? What elite forces me to rest? Some of them maybe, I don't know. Let's rest. Oh, oh, snappy. You can blow him up next turn. Also blow him up with this. You can like invoke capture spirit. What if this deck is just broken? What if Snap is just the best card in all of Slay the Spire 2? Oh shit. Reaper form? Wait a minute. Die? Die? Alright. That was pretty good. I kind of cooked. I don't think this boss is too big of a problem. We just need to like play the creeper farm at some point. Like a decent Defy, if you're playing or Defy like Snap the Berry, play Unleash. Yeah, we kind of remove these two cards from our redraw, so our deck gets more consistent. 54 is enough damage. Awful draw. Just play the friendship. Play the friendship. That just wins the fight. Ooh, that's cool. Haven't seen this effect yet. More damage than I expected to take there. I could have potion at some point, but... Alright, take a swift potion. Maybe I'm bad enough against the multi-hit guy. There's not a good clone path. Of course there isn't, right? I can never get like clone squeeze and then also get a good clone path. It's miserable. It's just so sad. It's probably not meant to be clone squeeze. How many squeezes do I need? I don't need that many squeezes, right? For it to start just blowing shit up. If I clone 3 times, that's already 2, 8 squeezes. A lot of squeezes. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll make it happen. I don't really need to go to fights because we just kind of win if we survive for a little while. Whatever. Whoops. Squeeze here, I can delay. I think 9 damage is worth it. 9 damage is kind of a lot in this fight. More snaps because we want our squeeze to be stronger. My fake Snecko. What the heck? Where's my fake Snecko? So sad. Take fake Anchor. Fake Anchor's pretty good here. Bag of prep? Probably. Because I only have 2 squeezes for like the first fight. So like it doesn't actually do enough. Like, does it one-shot these guys yet? I don't think so. I was do deal 60. Alright, no damage taken in that fight, and we get a potion. Permafrost is very good. Just take a relic, right? Happy Flower is not bad. Wow. That's very good. I think we just take a right-hand hand because it says Osty attack on it. And we just want our squeezes to deal like a trillion, billion, trillion. Okay. I don't see a reason to not fight an elite. This guy doesn't really seem like too big of a problem to me. For pretty obvious reasons. The crabs will just die to me playing squeeze, right? We don't want like other cards. I mean, I could take a friendship. Not much wrong with a friendship, to be honest. $78. It does deal 78 damage, doesn't it? And now it does plus 24 to that. No, I'll do plus 48. We should get there. $102. That doesn't. Oh, it does good. What? I don't think I should use that though. We gotta squeeze this turn. Yeah, I played that wrong, but it's okay. Should also really be setting up my relics. Alright, I don't see a reason to not take another Neurosurge. Juice. Sure. Not even the Aeon Glass. I mean, the Aeon Glass is like one of the easier fights. Bountiful Bracelet. Why though? I don't think Blessed Antler's very good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the Fur Coat. I can go to 3 fires maximum, but that's enough to one-shot everything, right? Right now we have 2, 3, 4. We have 8, we'll have 16, 32, 64. 64 times 6. Yeah, that's enough. Everything just dies to that. This path benefited the most, but it doesn't have fires. So just like, but the, I mean, dupe deck is kind of good, I guess. It says Austie attack on it. Thing says Austie attack on it. Why has more Austie attacks? Austie attack. Austie attack. Austie attack. I should have played that first. No. Wait, Austie attack. It's the guys. Aussie attack. I should have brought the gigantification potion. Oh. Aussie attack. Aussie attack. Yeah, that's definitely a nice way to play Slay the Spire, isn't it? GG. Yeah, close one. Tough run. Brutal. I got that squeeze from the transforms, right? Yeah. Leafy Poultice broken. I mean, I'd love to get squeeze from transforms. Like, the card's broken. See, this is a good example of broken in a fun way. Squeeze is like just the most power corrupt thing of all time compared to like P-Strike and stuff, but it's a rare card and it's very fun. So I can't hate on it too much. Fastest Necron? Probably. Be surprised if there was a faster one than Clone Squeeze in general. Clone Squeeze should be like about as fast as you can get. Yeah, I don't think this kind of deck... I mean, maybe this run would beat Act 4. Because, like, you have Lizard's Tail. So you, like, hold a potion. Like, it would beat the heart. This deck would beat the heart. Because you just damage Cat for 4 turns. And you don't die in 4 turns. So. You don't die first cycle with this deck, I don't think. Not with like a weak potion that you could hold into Act 4, or any kind of potion that you could use. 8 minute, A10. Yeah, this isn't a speed run. Not speed running. I was playing normally. But yeah, I've seen the speed runs. About clone neurosurge plus eradicate. Yeah. Problem with clone neurosurge is test subject. Like, test subject punishes clone neurosurge pretty hard. It can still work, but yeah, but I saw that pop around like clone neurosurge into like volley and stuff. It was still kind of awkward into test subject, but like it can work for sure. It can still do it, but it's just a little awkward. Yeah, I don't really care what they do to make you access Act 4 as long as it's good. If it's keys, that's fine. If it's good, and if it's not keys, that's also fine. If it's good, I just want it to be fun and like engaging. The tonal difference between this run and this run couldn't be more, right? This is what happens when you get good relics and like some broken combo, and this is what happens when you get no combos and terrible relics. You can win in both situations, but very different kind of runs, 23 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, this deck wouldn't die to heart. You just throw 2 potions at it and use Lizard's Tail and you're fine. This would beat the heart. But you should have to have something like that to win with these types of runs. It shouldn't just be straightforward winning. You just go to as many fires as possible and win. There should be some kind of trade-off, in my opinion. But Act 4 is Act 4 is the best way to introduce a trade-off for this kind of deck. So it's okay for it to be like this right now, as long as Act 4 fixes the problem. Squeeze the Spire. Squeeze the Spire. Alright, chat. Yeah. I think I'll raid Papa. I'll see you all tomorrow. I don't want to play too much of this patch. I don't hate it, but I'm not having a great time. So, and I am having a great time playing Xenoblade 2. If any of you have ever played Xenoblade 2, I pulled like 16 common core crystals, and on my 16th core crystal, I pulled Cosmos. In my new run of Xenoblade 2. So that was crazy. Like my first 16 core crystals, common core crystals, I pulled Cosmos. Completely insane. Yeah, 0.1% chance. I had like no luck stat, no ideas. I was like the very beginning of the game. Like it was the second blade I pulled was Cosmos. Which is crazy. People grind for like hundreds of hours to get Cosmos. I got freaking second try. Filthy, like that streamer client right there. I wasn't even streaming the game and I had streamer client installed. Crazy. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We got 2 very different runs today. One where I had to like kind of try a little bit. Another one where, squeeze. Which one was more fun? Let me know. Which one was more fun? Chat. Which one was more fun? This run or this one? Do you like the crazy combo easy dub, or do you like the, oh god, I'm gonna die and then I win? Which one's more fun? Because YouTube seems to think the crazy combo's more fun, but it's probably just because of the thumbnail, to be honest. The oh god, I'm gonna die run. Yeah, I agree. For sure. Alright, anyway. Follow the stream if you haven't already. Also subscribe to the YouTube. I post every day on YouTube and stream basically every day. Maybe a little bit less this patch, but we'll definitely be back to streaming pretty consistently once my motivation comes back. I'm done with Xenoblade or whatever. Alright, GG, goodbye. Oh, goodbye, YouTube chat. Twitch chat's gone. They got raided into Papa. I'll see you later, YouTube chat. Goodbye.